Have you ever wondered why bad habits are so hard to break? We all have habits, patterns of behavior that we've repeated so often they've become almost automatic. Some of these habits serve us well. Others, however, can hold us back, chaining us to past mistakes and limiting our potential. Bad habits, those actions we repeat even though we know they're detrimental, are particularly insidious. They're like weeds in a garden sprouting up despite our best efforts to eradicate them. They can take root in any area of life, from our health to our relationships to our work. And just like weeds, they thrive in neglected areas, growing stronger the more we ignore or avoid them. So, how do these bad habits form? Imagine a path through a forest. The more you walk along it, the more defined and accessible it becomes. Our brains work in a similar way. When we repeat a behavior, our brain strengthens the neural pathway associated with it, making it easier to repeat. Over time, this behavior becomes a habit, an automatic response that requires little to no conscious thought. The impact of these bad habits can be profound. They can keep us stuck in unhealthy patterns, stifle our growth, and even sabotage our success. But there's good news. Just as we have the power to form bad habits, we also have the power to break them. And there's no better example of this than the life of David Goggins. Goggins' story is a testament to the power of human will and resilience. Despite enduring a childhood marked by poverty, prejudice, and physical abuse, he managed to transform his life through sheer determination and grit. He broke the chains of his bad habits, becoming a renowned endurance athlete and motivational speaker. His journey serves as a powerful reminder that we are not defined by our past or our habits, but by our ability to rise above them and chart a new course. Today we dive deep into the life of a man who turned his life around by breaking his bad habits. Let's take a closer look at how David Goggins mastered the art of habit change and see what lessons we can learn from his remarkable journey. Scene script. Born in 1975, David Goggins was not always the epitome of discipline and resilience he is known for today. In the gritty town of Williamsville, New York, young David Goggins was wading through a myriad of challenges that might have broken a lesser spirit. His initial years were far from the idealized American childhood. Struggles with obesity, racism, and poverty were his constant companions. David was a heavy child, tipping the scales far beyond what was considered healthy for his age. He was trapped in a vicious cycle of overeating and underexercising, a lifestyle that was slowly but surely pushing him towards obesity. This wasn't just about the physical toll, the emotional burden was equally, if not more, crushing. The cruel jabs and taunts from his peers were a daily reminder of his situation, a stark reflection of his unhealthy habits. In addition to his battle with obesity, David was also grappling with the harsh realities of racism. Being one of the few African Americans in a predominantly white neighborhood, he was often the target of racial slurs and discrimination. This experience, combined with the economic hardship his family faced, added another layer of adversity to his already challenging life. Poverty was the third prong in this triad of problems. David's family was not well off. The lack of financial stability often meant going without basic necessities. It's not easy to focus on self-improvement when you're worried about where your next meal is coming from. These struggles, while daunting, were not without their effects. They shaped David, molding his character and laying the foundation for the man he would become. Each hardship, each setback was a lesson in resilience, but it was also a breeding ground for bad habits. The overeating, the avoidance of physical activity, the acceptance of his circumstances, these were the chains holding him back. But just as his life seemed destined for failure, Goggins decided to make a change. The transformation was not immediate, nor was it easy. But it was the first step on a journey that would see him become one of the most inspirational figures of our time. One day, Goggins looked in the mirror and didn't like what he saw. He saw a man trapped by his own self-defeating habits, a man far from the potential he knew he possessed. It was this moment of stark self-realization that marked a significant turning point in Goggins' life. He decided he would no longer be a prisoner to his destructive patterns. Goggins had a choice to make. He could either continue down the path of comfort and familiarity, or he could challenge himself, break his bad habits, and transform his life. He chose the latter, and this decision led him to one of the most rigorous and demanding military training programs in the world, the Navy SEALs. Joining the Navy SEALs was not an easy decision. It required immense physical and mental strength, but more importantly, it demanded a strong will to change. Goggins knew that this was not just about entering the military. It was about challenging his old self, shattering his comfort zone, and building a new identity. Goggins committed himself to breaking his bad habits. He replaced comfort with discomfort, laziness with hard work, and fear with courage. He began to push his limits, to expand his boundaries, and to strive for excellence in everything he did. He replaced his self-defeating habits with habits of success. The transformation process was not easy. It was filled with sweat, pain, and countless moments of doubt. But Goggins was determined. He knew that change was not an event, but a process. He knew that breaking bad habits required consistency, patience, and relentless determination. He started to see the fruits of his labor. His body became stronger, his mind became sharper, and his spirit became unbreakable. He was no longer the man he saw in the mirror that day. He had transformed into a man of discipline, resilience, and determination. Goggins' transformation was not overnight, but a journey of discipline, resilience, and determination. It was a journey that started with a decision to break the chains of bad habits and to strive for a better self. And it is a journey that continues to inspire millions around the world. Goggins soon discovered that the power to break bad habits lay within him. It was within his grasp, just waiting to be harnessed. It was the power of discipline and resilience that he found to be his most potent weapons. Discipline is the art of self-control, the ability to do what needs to be done, even when every fiber of your being is screaming against it. It's about making the hard choices, the ones that test your mettle. For Goggins, discipline was his steadfast companion, his silent partner in his quest to break free from the chains of bad habits. When it came to his SEAL training, it was discipline that allowed him to keep moving, to keep pushing through the pain and exhaustion. It was discipline that got him up at the crack of dawn, day in and day out, to run, swim, and lift. It was discipline that helped him finish one of the toughest military training programs in the world, not once, but 3 times. But it wasn't just discipline that got him through. It was also resilience, that indomitable spirit that refuses to be broken, no matter how tough the going gets. It was resilience that allowed him to run ultramarathons, pushing his body to the limits and beyond. It was resilience that kept him going when he attempted to break the world record for pull-ups. Despite multiple failures, despite the pain and the blisters, he kept going. And eventually he succeeded, doing over 4,000 pull-ups in 17 hours. His achievements are a testament to the power of discipline and resilience. They are proof that with the right mindset, with the right attitude, you can overcome even the most challenging obstacles. You can break free from the chains of bad habits and chart your own path to success. Goggins proved that it's possible to break even the most ingrained bad habits. His story is a testament to the power of the human spirit, a reminder that we are all capable of achieving greatness if only we dare to reach for it. So, what can we learn from David Goggins' life? An extraordinary tale of transformation. David Goggins' life is a testament to the power of discipline, resilience, and determination. The first lesson we can glean from his journey is the importance of discipline. In the face of adversity, Goggins cultivated a rigorous routine, a daily discipline, that helped him shatter the chains of his past and rise above his circumstances. This discipline became his beacon, guiding him through the darkest times, proving that consistency in our actions can lead to extraordinary changes. Next, we can't overlook the role of resilience in Goggins' story. He faced rejection, failure, and physical pain, but he never allowed these to deter him. Instead, he used these as fuel, propelling him to push harder, run farther, and fight longer. This resilience, this ability to bounce back, is a vital skill we all can develop to overcome our own obstacles and break our own bad habits. And then there's determination. Goggins' unwavering determination to succeed, to become better, to defy the odds is nothing short of inspiring. He didn't just dream of a better life, he pursued it with relentless determination. He showed us that it's not enough to simply want to change. We must be determined to make that change happen, no matter the cost. The lessons from David Goggins' life are universal, applicable to anyone and everyone. We all have our battles, our bad habits we're trying to break. And just like Goggins, we too can harness the power of discipline, resilience, and determination to overcome these. We can shape our own destiny, break our own chains, and rise above our circumstances. Remember, it's never too late to break your bad habits and transform your life. Just ask David Goggins.